3, 2, thank you for coming by. We're going to be talking about how to promote your downline and actually make more money promoting your downline than if you did it by yourself. We're going to cover a little bit about blogging too here, because it kind of all ties into everything that we have going here today. So we've got quite a panel here today. We've got Noella Pena here. Okay, we've got Tamara Trowbridge. We've got Thomas Marguccio. Sorry, Thomas. And we have Tracy Jameson. And I'm really happy and proud to have Tracy on here. I've known Tracy for a couple of years. She's actually part of my upline sponsorship, so it's really a pleasure to have Tracy on here today. And in a moment, I'm going to bring Tracy on just to do an introduction and just have her tell a little bit about what our journey is, or how our journey is going here with TLN. But today what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about, and I'm going to actually show you guys the power of actually promoting your downline. Now, this program here is pretty much the only program on the internet that you'll ever be able to do that with. I've been building matrix systems for 30 years, and you know, I consider myself a specialist when it comes to matrices, because there isn't a matrix I can't build. I've actually filled 3 of them myself up to level 7, so I know how to build them. I know how to strategically build them. But what I'm going to show you here today is why it's so important to actually ensure that each of your downline is actually qualified, because it's going to make you 5 times the amount of money than if you didn't do that. Okay? So first of all, what I want to do is I want to bring on Tracy Jameson. And Tracy, if you could just come on, introduce yourself to everyone, let everybody know what you think about TLN, how everything is going with you in TLN, and so forth. Just happy to see you here. Over to you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Carl. Thanks for inviting me on here, and it's a pleasure to be part of this structure. I mean, Carl, you're a legend in your own right. I've known you for a few years, and you know, we've always had a great communication, good friendship, and of course that's what this industry is all about. You know, just a little bit about who I am. You know, I've been full-time in this industry for 8 years. I come from the corporate industry, 31 years in corporate, and got fed up with that, so I left that in 2006, and glad to do that. And you know, just a little bit about really what's going on in the industry. I'm sure everybody's aware of it, but it really has just been a real massacre out there the last couple of years with the garbage that's out there in the industry right now. And you know, I guess really to put it bluntly, it doesn't matter where you are, there's going to be snakes and predators that kind of pop up anyways, but it's really been a real shame on the internet and the home business industry this last couple of years for people, because people come in good faith. You know, they throw good money into a program, and then, you know, companies fold up and they go away and take your money. And, you know, I haven't been immune from that. I've had, you know, tens of thousands of dollars people folded up and taken of mine. So, again, none of us are immune from that. And we're all looking for the same thing. We're all looking to make a good income and secure our futures. And there isn't any of that around in the regular corporate industry anymore. You know, we're in Carl and I are in Canada. It's not just here in Canada or the United States. It's global. There is no security anymore. People think that there is. They're fooling themselves. And the sooner that you take action and do something about it, the better. What better place to do it, of course, is in the home-based business industry. And thank goodness, thank God, thank whoever, thank Val for coming up with the Legends Network. Because, you know, if you look at this just on a point-by-point basis, you have to look at the stability, you know, who it is, all of those things, all those points put together. I mean, you look at the product. Well, the product is the best thing you can ever do. I had a conversation the other day with a young gentleman who has put 2 years of education. He wants to become a lawyer, and in 2 years he's already spent $30,000. And I think that's, you know, you could spend a lot more than that. But he spent $30,000. And my question was, I said, hey, good for you. You're doing something with your life. But let me ask you this question: is you're going to get education, and you'll get book smarts out of that, but the problem in education and the university and college degrees is you don't get any street smarts out of that. And the only way you're going to get the street smarts is by actual application. And so why I really love, this is the first point, sorry to kind of elaborate here, I get a bit, a bit wordy, but why I love the Legends Network is because this is where you're going to get the book smarts. You're going to understand how people actually, in actual application, go and make money. You can go and study any program you want, and you can do it all day long. I'm a professional student. I study everything every day and have done pretty much my whole life. But the only time you're actually going to be able to utilize that information is by putting it into action. And with the lineup of people, holy man, the lineup of people that already you have in your back office in the Legends Network that you can go and literally take your pencil out and write down exactly, Jeff Mills, I don't know if any of you guys have listened to him, you can literally put down notes and go and duplicate exactly what he's told you to do. And you can go every day, go and listen to these actual real life trainings. I mean, down and dirty secrets of what these guys have done to make 7 and even 8 figures of income, you know. And so then you take a look at the other things that are going on in the industry, the stability. Well, you know, this isn't your regular startup. Yeah, it's a brand new, and I love to be a pioneer, as you do too, Carl. We'd like to be the guys that go in there and, you know, we have the guts to get in there and take these things out and introduce them to the masses. Well, the challenge in that is we're putting our neck on the line, because how long is this program going to be around? And, you know, again, you know, we've fallen prey to some of those programs too. But when you have a company that's piggybacking on a 15-year-old company that already has all the pieces in place, I mean, the IT department, the customer support system here is outstanding. It's world-class. I've called them on several occasions. These guys are absolutely world-class, and I know that from my corporate industry that I went from. You know, and of course their IT department, and of course they've got everything else that's already put together. So there's no worry. It's not going away anywhere. You got a 15-year-old company that's got the chops here that they're going to piggyback on. So, I mean, don't even worry about that. You know, are you going to get paid? Well, yeah, they got the merchant services and all that kind of stuff is already in place. So, I mean, you've got the product, you've got the people behind it. Holy smokes, if you ever wanted to rub shoulders and improve your way of life and your intellect and your way of doing business and learning all the things about the industry, I mean, who better to hang out with these people that you've got here at a finger's touch away? I can't tell you how excited I am about just that aspect of it, not even talking about the compensation plan, what Blair put together, even through his hiccups and the hiccups in the trying to get it recorded. I hope you people were all on that, because it does have a lot of moving parts in the compensation plan, and it does take a while to grasp the depth and the width of what this payment structure is going to provide for you folks. When people can get their faces out of that here today, gone tomorrow garbage that's out there on the internet, and take a good hard look at this. We're only a few weeks into this, and we have we've got coming into the very best marketing time in the for network marketing coming up to September. Holy smokes, is everybody poised here to do absolutely something incredible? This one's one that we're gonna see just amazing things, and this is where I really hope I have an opportunity to get to meet face to face all those people that I've made good friendships with over the years, and do some traveling. We'll all get together in some exotic place, and we'll clink our glasses and dig our toes in the sand and really celebrate our friendships, our relationships, and what this company, and God bless Val for bringing it all to us. So that's my 2 bits, Carl. So over to you.
Well, you know what? That's awesome, Tracy. You know, you hit on some really good points, and you know, one thing that I just want to just let people know about is, you know, if you look at the history of education, you know, everybody thinks that you know, it all comes from the colleges and everything. You've got to remember, from the history of education, that education came from street smarts that went into education facilities to, again, bring back to educate the people. So everything, all the knowledge that's been put in the books and everything like that has been done from the hard knocks of life. Okay, and that's why sometimes you see people, they have a post up there. I work with the University of Hard Knocks, right? That's what Tracy and I have been doing for years, and Daniel Butts and Jerry Schroeder and all that. You know what? We learn from the streets, the so-called street smarts, and it's industry smarts, and then we try to tweak it to a point of making it easier, because we've gone through all that conflict. We've gone through the hurdles. We've gone through the roadblocks, and we're always going to have them. They're never going to go away. There's always going to be some out there that are going to be there to test us every time. And the one thing that I love so much about this program is, and don't worry folks, we're going to get into the training here, okay? But the one thing that I do love about this particular program is what they've designed with the compensation plan. I mean, I have never seen, and again, I've helped develop matrix systems for companies. They've come to me, got my input, and I've given them input and stuff like that. And I've built matrices, many of them, like Tracy has and many others. But the one thing that we didn't have is what has been implemented into this one. And Val touched on it the other night. It's because company owners did not want to give up that much revenue, okay? Matrix systems, binaries, and many of those other compensation plans out there are designed to make the company 40+%, okay? They're designed to do that. And the reason is because the company can create themselves such sustainability for the future for additional products, whatever it is. And most of the companies out there are ones that have actual physical products, okay? Even still, I've been in digital-based product programs before where the company is still collecting 27+%, okay? It's because there's so much breakage all over the place. They know when they come out the gate, they know that the people will not fill their matrices. If they have a 3x10 or a 2x15 or whatever it is, they know that less than 1% of the people in their company will actually achieve that because of the way the breakage is done, okay? Because they pay so little on it that people just give up and say, you know what, it's not worth my time. Now you get someone like Val who comes out and says to Blair that we're not doing that this time. We're building this for the affiliate this time. We're not building it for the company, okay? And, I look at things. I mean, they're a company. They still want to make money, okay? But here's the thing, and this is how I look at it. I could be wrong, but this is how I look at it, okay? First of all, you have a 15-year-old company that's already doing multi-million-dollar business that's out there, okay? They're already set. They've been around for 15 years in the health and nutrition company. They've already got a rock-solid foundation that's out there. This is just a wing of that company, okay? So what they wanted to do is they wanted to create a massive momentum build towards their company, okay? Because eventually people are going to know within this Legends network where the basis of all this comes from. Okay, and they're going to know who the foundation builder is. Okay, and the thing is with this company here is that they're focused on building wealth now for the affiliates rather than building wealth for themselves. And this is what's going to put the feather in their cap and make them one of the elite in the industry. It's because company owners in general are too damn greedy out there. They are. I mean, it's one thing to make money, but then it's another thing to almost make it impossible for your affiliates to make money. I've been in the programs. I'm in my 34th, going on 35th year in this. Val has me beaten by about a year and a half. Okay? And I know. I've been through them. We've seen it. We've come and go. Health and nutrition, any kind of company out there. Again, I'm not chastising them for making money. That's what business is all about. But at some point in time, you have to allow for the affiliates who are actually building your business to make some decent money. And that's what this company has done. They have broken the barriers down. They said, you know what, we're going to start paying out 80% or 80% plus. I think they're paying out more than 80% actually. Okay? I mean, a digital company needs about 8 to 10% to be sustainable and still make a fairly good profit. These guys are probably doing around 14%. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but by all the calculations I've been doing in there, it's over 80% that these guys are paying out, and that's friggin' crazy. It's insane with a matrix system. I mean, it's, you know, this is something you would see in a one-up system, okay? That's why one-up systems can pay 100%, because there really isn't any challenge for the company, because the company is making back-end money off of a monthly subscription, okay? This thing here, it's all tied in. And so the company has decided that, you know what, we're going to cut out 20% of our profit and give it back. And that's what they've done, which has made this insane. I'm telling you, I've never seen a company that pays, you know, for every person that makes a referral in this business, 2 people make money. Okay? The referral, the person who makes the referral, and their sponsor. Immediate impact right there. Okay? You don't see that in any other business. It's only one person making that. This one, 2 people make it. And I don't think anybody ever realizes what's happening here. And this is what's making this so powerful. Okay? Now, what they showed us the other night, I don't know about you, Tracy, but I pretty much fell out of my chair. I couldn't, you know, I thought I was going to make a lot of money before last night. Right? Now, oh my God.
I fainted.
Oh, I'm telling you, you know, and it's only on the first few levels of the profit centers. I mean, we don't have to worry about 50. Forget 15 levels. Let's talk about 5 levels deep, okay? Which everybody can attain. Just on 5 levels deep on your own profit centers, your own personal profit centers, can make you thousands and thousands of dollars, okay? Which is unheard of. I mean, who has ever heard of $11 being spent per person on level 3? I mean, come on. $5 on level 1, $3 on level 2, $4 on level 4, $4 on level...
Carl, put up the link on the site on our Skype group.
It's all going to be coming out. You know, Blair's gonna, I don't know whether he's doing the hiccup version or whether he's going to do a new one. I don't care. The hiccup version is kind of cool.
He put up the link to YouTube.
Yeah.
Carl, he just sent me a link.
Yeah, that's good, Tracy.
Yeah, hang on. Here, let me send it over to you, Carl.
You can actually share it if you want. You can take control and do a screen share if you want.
Well, it's just the link. It's a YouTube link, but
That's for last night.
For last night, yeah.
Oh, for last night. Okay.
So I don't know how to.
Actually,
here.
if you click on the blue chat at the top there, you can post it in here, and it'll be in the recorded version or in the chat.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Okay, so you can post it in there, and then everybody can take it off of there. I just, you know.
There you go. Perfect.
That's it.
You know, Tracy, both you and I have been fairly big builders in this industry, and you know, we know what to do. But I'm pretty sure that you have never seen anything like this, like I've never seen anything like this.
Well, you know,
I never actually thought it was possible.
No, you know something that I found that here's what's really significant. Because let's just talk about matrices just for a minute, okay? Because you and I have spent a lot of time in the matrix world. Yep. And they always say in the matrix world, sponsor 2 people who sponsor 2 people, which is a load of garbage because it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You're going to be sitting there from here to kingdom come waiting for somebody to come around for you to make money. It just bloody doesn't work. You got to go out and sponsor at least 8 to 10, 12, whatever. You got to keep sponsoring to make money. This is the first time ever that I have ever seen where they say sponsor 2 who sponsor 2 who sponsor 2 is going to make you a fortune.
Absolutely works.
That's the ticket.
Yeah. And that is it. Right on the nail right there, because you know, that has been the concept for years. And you know, in the perfect world, that would work in any matrix system. But unfortunately, we live in a world that's about 5% or less. Okay, so look, I'm just putting the facts out there. But this is also the only matrix system on the internet anywhere, hands down, that will allow you to go out and sponsor 2 people and then take 2 people of your own and put them through their link and actually do the 2x2 all by yourself, where you will make more money than you ever thought you could dream of. Okay? Who would ever think that? If the big builders out there, rather than taking everything, because, here's the problem with the big mass recruiters out there, they want everything to themselves. So they put their link out there, and they want 1,000 people to sign up through their link. In a regular matrix, fine and dandy. In this one here, that's the worst thing you could do. The absolute worst thing. Take 20 of those people and then just work with those 20 and start placing everybody down in there, and you will make 100 times more money that way than you ever thought. And it's all going to be done off of the 3rd level, the 4th level, the 5th. That's where it's all going to be done on. Where in a regular matrix, you have to fill the whole damn thing up. I'm actually scared to death of filling up this matrix here, because there isn't a Loomis fleet around here that can hold my money. Right? After something like that, right? I'm telling you, I'll own a bank. I will be a bank at that point, right? it's just, let's face it. If you did that, if you were placing 2x2x2, and this is part of this training today where I'm going to be showing you how to do that. In a matter of 3 to 6 months, you could have 30 of your own personal profit centers all paying you multiple thousands a month. Multiple thousands, okay, a month. I mean, literally between now and Christmas, you could be a 5 to even a 6-figure earner a month. Now, some people might say, "Oh, Carl, you're so full of crap. I can't believe it. I can just see it spewing out of you," right? Let me tell you something. You have to sit down. You have to watch what this system does. You have to go in there and dissect it, like I did. And you probably did too, Tracy. You went in there, you dissected. It took me probably 10 times before it actually went in my mind. I sat down with Blair and them, and I go, how the hell is this money being paid out? I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I've been to all the webinars, and I do that for a couple of reasons. Val's always got a little gem of wisdom, or a little bit of information you can use in your dialogue, but every time I go, I get a aha moment. Every time I watch it, I go, oh, I get that part. And there's so many moving parts to it. But there's danger in that, too, because people will either underanalyze it and go, it's just another one of them 2x15 matrix. No, it's not. It's completely, you have no idea. Or they will overanalyze it, and they'll be sitting here till Christmas trying to figure it out. And I don't know if you had a chance to, well, you watched the video that I just put together, and I really, in 2 minutes, I hope I've encapsulated everything in that 2 minutes, where I've said, enough to just, there's coded bonuses, matching bonuses. Now in 2 minutes, I've told you everything you need to know. Go sign somebody up. That's it. So, there's an opportunity to underanalyze, overanalyze, or just get the vision, see it like we did, and we got busy on it and get onto it. And by the way, with the video, if you did get a chance to see it, we've been chatting with Blair and with Val the last couple of days about having that put into the leads to capture system and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be developing that for everybody too. So I mean, it's for everybody. It's for us, right? It's for our team, and it'll brand us. It'll give us the opportunity of being out there, and people are going to take notice of it because it's pretty flashy. So. It gives us brand awareness and a bit of recognition out there and visibility, and that's all we need right now, because we're starting to get there. But man, I tell you, we want to go and slap some people across the head with it.
Exactly. And like the biggest problem with marketers today, and you know what, I was guilty of it too, and I'm sure you were too, is that sometimes we talk ourselves right out of the sale.
Yep.
Okay? We have a perfect system here. We've got, probably, in my opinion, we've got the best presenter the planet has ever seen. Okay? My opinion. Okay? I've listened to a lot of guys out there. this guy here, he keeps the attention. He's got the charisma out there. You get a lot of other guys who are just kind of plain boring to listen to. Okay? This guy here has charisma, and he attracts people, and he makes people want to stay and work with him. Okay? So that's the simplest thing you could ever do in this business is send them to a webinar. Okay? I have, Tracy, for the very first time in my entire 34 years, I have a 100% closing ratio on the webinars. Never in my life has that ever happened to me. I've always been around 60 to 70%. This guy, I'm telling you, I'm ready to give everybody his address and just send him to his house right now. I just go to Edmonton. I'll say, you know, go to this address right now.
Have his phone number.
Sit on his front porch and he'll give you a presentation, right? And then you can just sign up on his laptop right there, just like that.
That'll be us coming in the plane over top.
You know, it's just exciting to see a guy like Val. And you know what? I can hardly wait to meet him. I've known Val for 14 years. He was my very first mentor. And very shortly here, I'm actually going to be meeting with him and his wife and Alan Hordell and stuff. Alan's come to town. We're all going to go out together, right? So I'm really excited about meeting him and Alan and everything. So, anyways, we've been halfway through this, so I really appreciate the patience of everybody. What I want to do is I just want to go into a few things about what I'm doing to build this business and what I'm sharing with my team and sharing with anybody else out there who wants to know how you can build your business in this business, in the Legends Network. It won't work anywhere else, okay? I'm pretty much positive it won't work anywhere else. You can try it in your other businesses. Can't make any guarantees. All I know is I've been running this same thing for now, how long, Tom? About 2 weeks now? 10 days?
Yeah, about 10 days.
About 10 days. I have 11 sign-ups, and I impacted 22 people with income, okay, in 10 days. Okay, we're averaging like 1 a day. Some days we'll get 2 or 3 or whatever coming in. You know, just in the last 48 hours, I had 7 people come in, right? So it's crazy what happens here. And like I said, this is the only business that I know of that I've seen online where one sign-up creates income for 2 people. Okay? So, what do? I use a rotation system, and it's quite unique the way I built the page. Okay? And I just want to bring up the page here. If everybody's okay with that, I want to bring up and show everybody what I'm doing. And this is just kind of a blueprint to show you what you can do for your teams. Okay? Because any single one of you in TLN could put a very similar thing like this together and absolutely explode your business. But you have to be willing, and you have to let your mind loose and leave it open that the referrals that you connect with don't have to be for you. Okay? The one thing that most people in this business or any business is, they always worry about how much money they're going to lose if they give something away. Okay? Make sense, Tracy and all you guys?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So let's say you already have your 2 in. Okay? So you've got paid $50 for each one of those. Okay? Now, starting with the 3rd one, you're going to make $80. Okay? Now, answer me this. Will you make more money taking an $80 referral or taking a $30 coded bonus? I've done the calculations.
I'm guessing the coded bonus has the edge on that one.
The coded bonus definitely has the edge on that one. Okay? You got to remember this. You're building down 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Okay? So if you've already had your few in place, and again, you know, when you're starting off, you've got to have a couple of personals. I would recommend to anybody in here, you know, get yourself 6 or 8 personals, and at that point, start building. Okay, start building down. You know, I've been building down in my matrix now for about 3 weeks, and I only had 8 referrals. Okay, and I've made some pretty damn good money. Okay, from $30 bonuses, you know, the $80 could have made me some good money. I made more money with $30 bonuses, trust me. Okay, because remember, you now get the $30 coded pass-ups, okay, from those two who have two, who have two, who have two, who have two, all the way down to infinity. So those $30 bonuses are just shooting up to you, okay? So you've got to remember that's coming in. Now, the other thing that's happening when you're doing that, and this is what it all ties into the matrix, okay? When you're doing two, who do two, and whether you're going to do it through everybody's link or not, when you do that, remember, two who refer to, what happens?
The coded bonus goes up.
Not just the coded bonus, but what else happens?
Oh, you're getting
another business center.
You get another business center.
Yeah.
Okay? So now, not only are you creating $30 coded bonuses, but you are now creating new profit centers. Now, if you were on the call the other night, you will know that in your profit centers, rather than getting paid 50 cents a person on level 1, you're getting paid $5 a person. On level 3, rather than getting paid $5 a person, you're getting paid $11 a person. Okay? So you've got to understand the kind of money that you are creating for yourself in not only residual income, but in immediate income. Okay? And this is where your mind has to get around that and balance it out. This is why I've created a rotator system. Now, I want to ensure, and I will make sure, that each and every person that I have brought into my business has 2 personal referrals. If they can't do it themselves, I'm damn well going to do it. Okay? And you might be saying, oh, God, that guy's crazy. You know, he must have drank the wrong Kool-Aid or something. Right? and it's not that. It's because I know what happens when I put 2 people under Tom and 2 people under Tamara and 2 people under Noella. It creates me a profit center. And now that profit center is building. And I'm doing the same thing again. I'll put 2 people through there, and I'll start putting 2 people down through them, and I will let that thing grow, because that thing, if you saw the thing the other night, it'll make you completely freaking go loony. Okay?
Yeah.
And loony up here in Canada is like multiple ones. What's the loonies? Give me loonies, loonies. You know,
we have a real loony.
Here. Okay? It's all money. And this is what's so incredible. So let me just, I just want to share my screen here. Okay? And let me just, let me know when you guys can see my screen. Okay, you can see my screen, right?
Yep.
Yes. Got it.
Okay, let me just bring up, this is the action plan. I just got to get over to, I should have had this up here, sorry. Okay, so what I've started is my own 90-day plan qualifier. Okay, that's what I called it. Don't know if it's the right name, but you know what? Who cares? Okay? Because all it means is money for everyone. Okay? So I basically got just some basic instructions about, you know, why I am doing this all the way down. I have the video of Val doing the presentation on here, so people can walk through and see that. And then I actually tell them what they have to do, how they go and join us, you know, to get on the webinars.
Nice.
And this is very, very big, okay? Now, I'm not saying everybody has to do this, but when you're making money like crazy, you definitely want to do this, okay? Now, paying for advertising, I do that with my affiliates links at no cost to them, okay? Because I'm building my business. Now, you need to be strategic about where you spend your money and how you do it, and those are things that I use, and I actually don't share that out here publicly, okay? So my team would only will only know that when they ask me, okay? I don't share that publicly, so nobody knows where I'm paying for advertising. And believe it or not, I'll run 30 to 50 leads, you know, every, I would say, 10 days that I will drive into my business, get maybe 5 to 10 signups, and it'll cost me about $20 a month. Okay? So I know where to find the people that I need. I know how to get them out there. No lead company can give me what I can find right now. At least I haven't found anybody. Okay? So I do my own paid advertising on certain resources that I use. And, again, I'll share that with anybody on the panel here. I just won't share it live here. Okay?
Right.
This is very strategic resources that I use, and only paid people in my business get that information. Okay? Or, obviously, Tracy, who's my upline. Right? Because I want her to spill like crazy over top of me. Right? Okay, so
strategic.
That's what I do.
Talk about strategic, yeah, that's it.
Strategic. Exactly.
I'm not a stupid guy. I know. So basically what I do is I have a rotator, and I run 20 links at any given time in there. I won't go any more than 20, okay? It all depends on when you're starting off. I'll show you how to set up your rotator to put the people in there, what links to put in there, because it's very, very important you have the right links in the rotator that drive the people to where you want them to go, okay? So the people in my rotator, the people will hit my rotator, they'll actually go into here, and they will be sent to a webinar, okay? Immediately to a webinar. Then they'll be sent to the sign-up page where they will enter my team strategically in here. Now, what I do is everybody in my rotator is left in my rotator until they have 2 personals. Then they're yanked out. They're gone. That's it.
Good.
They only get 2. They want to do more? By all means, learn the process. Okay? And off you go. That's as far as I go, but I don't need to go any further than that. Because what you have to understand here is, although I'm building for my team, I'm building my income. Does that make sense? Okay? What happens in this case here is my team is getting impacted by anything that I do. I could sit here and I could build the whole thing by myself, and I will make a ton of money, but then so will everybody else in my team, because they're going to reap the rewards of my effort. Because at the end of the day, folks, it's my business. I'm responsible for putting food on my table, roof over my head, clothes on my back, and everything else. Nobody else is responsible for that. So I take full responsibility in doing this. But when this starts to happen, when my team starts to get referrals from me and they see that they're making money and that things are growing, what's the first thing that they're going to do? They're going to say, Carl, how the heck are you doing that? Can you please teach me? And that brings us to where we are today, right now. Okay? So, I've got to have a little bit of fun, right? Yeah. Okay, so here what I have is, I have the team this thing is clicking out, sorry. I have the team rotator, which has my team specific links in there, okay? And I'm not going to show you on video what it is here. This is what I share privately with the people in TLN, because again, it's a structured process. What you would have in your rotator would be actually a link, if you're not in TLN with us, and you should be, but if you're not, and you're trying to promote another business, well then what you have to think about is, what is the right link that needs to go there? Where do you need to send the people that's going to have the most impact for your business? With TLN, it's Val Smith's house, right in his backyard, sitting in the lawn chair. That's the best place for you to be in this program. In your program, not sure where it is, okay? But you need to find out whatever the most impactful link that you have in your business, the one that's going to give the people the most information and the most value for their time. Because you're asking for their time when you send them through to us for a webinar. We better be sending them someplace where they're going to get a lot of value out of that. And our webinars give the best value in the world as far as I'm concerned. Amen. Okay, there isn't anybody that does a webinar as good as this guy does. Okay, that's why I'll be going out recruiting people in Edmonton and sending them to Val's backyard, right?
Put them on the deck.
He thinks it's the people from the city of Edmonton cutting down the trees in the backyard. That's the people I've sent over there to make space for the big presentations, right?
Hey, WestJet flies. Hey, Carl, WestJet flies there, I think, in about an hour.
That's the runway they're building behind his house. Right?
Exactly. I'll meet you there.
So, and here's the other thing I do, okay? I've actually gone in and I've taken people that are in my downline that have not qualified, and I have their names by countries that they're in. Because here's another thing that's real important. People sometimes want to be working with only people within their country. Okay? There are people like that. You can't go outside that scope. Some people just want to work with people who are in the States, in Canada, the US, wherever they are. That's how they feel comfortable. Okay? So I give them multiple options. I let them know you can either go through the rotator, and because it's at random, and wherever they go, that's where you go, that's who you go in with. Let's get you connected. We'll get your links, we'll get them into the rotator, and so forth. You know, and as those people get to, they're out. Okay? Now, here's how I do things. I specifically tell people that when this thing keeps clicking out. I'm sorry if it's going blank on you guys.
Nope, it's good.
Is it? Okay, because it's going blank on me. Okay, when each member has 2 referrals, either by the system, on their own, or a combination of both, I remove them out. And people go, well, how do you know if they have 2 referrals? Well, again, we have the best system in the world. Because whenever somebody enters your downline, you get an email, and it tells you who their sponsor was. Yeah. Right? So I can then go in, and I can, once they have 2, I can remove them from there and add their new person to my system here. And some people might say, well, what if it gets so big and you got 100,000 people on there? Well, I guess that's more people to join my business then, isn't it? They got a bigger selection. People like selection, right? So, you know, if I've got a list of 40 countries down here, do you think people are going to say, oh, I don't want to be in Carl's business, he doesn't have enough people, right? If I'm showing people in 40 countries down here, they're going to know that our team is hammering this and they want in on this team.
That's right.
Right? You've got to take all kinds of psychological approaches to business. It's all, you know, Val talks about it. It's a game.
Yeah, it is. Okay?
You've got to learn how to play the game. Okay? And that's how it is in any business. You know, I don't know if you saw some of my stuff, Tracy, but, you know, I'm very creative on getting myself out on the internet. I don't know if you saw the leather jacket I made, like the picture of the leather jacket, right? You know, it's got the emblem on the back, right? You know, and then I got the motorbike with the emblem on there and stuff like that, and I advertise it like that. I go, I'm starting a new local chapter. You know, here's the bike, right? You know, people are going to remember us because I talked about this before. You know, people remember things when they see it, like a McDonald's commercial that plays every 6 minutes around the world. You know, you may watch a McDonald's commercial once and it doesn't affect you, but if you're watching a show for an hour and that thing comes up 6 times, next thing you want to do is go to McDonald's and get a burger, right?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Dairy Queen. You know,
motorbike
the other night 4 times, and I said, you know what? We got to go to Dairy Queen. I got to get myself one of these
Brazier burgers.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a burger. It was the what the heck what are those ice cream things they make?
Buster Bar?
No, the thing in the cup there. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Whatever they call those things. The flurries or whatever they call those things.
Yeah.
I wanted to go and get one of those things because they were talking about the turtles in there, and I'm thinking, oh man, you know, I like turtles, I like ice cream, man, we gotta go, right? So it's like, you know, when you see enough commercials, you just want to go and get it. That's great advertisement. Yeah. Now, you know, again with me, I put out a lot of advertisement over Facebook. I mean, I've had some people come to me and say, oh, you know, I'm really getting tired of your advertisements. I says, well, you got 2 options. You can turn off notifications or you can unfriend me. Your choice.
Exactly.
Okay? Don't like it? See ya. Right?
Yeah.
You can't let things like that bother you. Too many people let those kind of things bother them. Yeah. You've got to just let that stuff ping off you. Okay? Just like bullets off of a steel chest. Right? You just can't let it affect you. Okay? So now I just shared with you what I do with a rotator system, and it works. Trust me on that. I've done that in every business I've done. I've done a rotator system, always have. I do it kind of uniquely, more so than anybody else. You have to forgive me. It's really hot here today. Oh, I'm sweating like a you-know-what. So it's just, you must be pretty hot there in White Rock. It must be pretty hot there.
Actually, it's clouded over and it's drizzling a little bit today, so it's cooled down. But it was really hot the last couple of days. Yeah.
We are at, I don't know, about 25 or.
Oh no, we were up well over 30.
And it's the humidity is high, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
29 outside. Okay, here we go. 29.
Yeah.
So now. Tara asked me to get into something here about blogging, so I'm going to touch on that a little bit. You know, I'm a blogger. I've been blogging for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. Haven't done so much lately. Okay, I've got like 6 blogs, I think, out there. My 90-day plan to freedom is actually a blog site, but I don't really blog much on it. I do different things with it to keep my my momentum going. I create sites such as that site I just showed you there, the 90-day qualifier. I've got my daily action plan that I run off of there. They're all sub-sites that I run off there, but it all drives traffic to my blog, and when I do that, dun 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 dun, Alexa loves me. Okay? So here's, if you're blogging out there, okay, and I don't, I can't really get, well, maybe I can bring up something here on my screen. Just give me a second. I'll try and bring something up on the screen here. Just kind of show you what I'm talking about here.
Yeah, Tamara wants to eat dinner, so she'll be watching this on the video.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do. She went to dinner and didn't sit around to listen to me.
Oh yeah, I couldn't stop her.
It's okay. It's okay. You know what? I'm gonna bring up my 90-day plan site. This is actually my blog site. That's coming up here as soon as it loads. And I run everything off it. Okay. As you can see, I've got a blog on here, and you know, I've only done a few blogs on this whole thing. Okay. I've done it about with a couple of different things on here because sometimes I blog about other things that are on here to drive traffic. But here's my latest blog, which has been, I don't know how long ago, right? You know, that's just a basic blog. And of course, I've got videos on here of you know, different things in TLN and stuff like that. But what you do in a blog is you got to make sure that you have some key features that are done in your blog. You got to make sure that you've got an H1, an H2, an H3 tag. You got to make sure you have a bold tag, such as like a Val Smith. Then you got to have an italics, such as a Val Smith, which is part of the keywords that I've got in here. And you've got to have it underlined. Okay? These are the main core features in here. Now, the other core feature is you want to have something that links off of it, but still attached. Okay? Like in this case here, I used my work with Carl H. This is another blog I've got. Okay? Every site I have is a blog platform, and I drive traffic to it. Now, the one thing that you want to do in this case here, when you write a blog, okay, now if I click on the Legends Network right here, it's going to give me a blog address up here, okay? So you can see up here is a blog address, okay? This is the actual address of this particular blog. This is the link that you want to go into your Facebook, your LinkedIn, or whatever it is, and then go in and advertise it. Okay, so for instance, you would go in here and say, you know, here's one. You know, I'll just put it in here just for the heck of it, even though it's an old one. Here is a blog post I wrote. Okay, oops. I guess I should spell things right. Blog post. Good type? No. I'm having problems with my PC, so just bear with me here. A blog post I wrote. Let me. Okay. And then I will put share. I always put capitals. And leave a. Now, what this does, okay. Well, I better put the link in there. Okay. Oops, that's not it. What the heck? It didn't copy properly. Let me go back. My nephew's texting me here. Hang on. Let me grab this link here. Actually, let me do Control-C. Then we'll go back here. Put that. Okay, so there it is there. Okay, so there's my link that's in there. Okay. Now, what I do is it should propagate down there. There it is there. Okay. So, what I've actually asked people to do is to like, share, and leave a comment. So I'm asking for them to do that. And when that happens, the moment somebody likes, shares, and comments anything that you do on there, what does it do? Does anybody know?
It gives you juice and it keeps it live.
What it does is it connects you to everybody that's connected to that person that made a comment, link, and share. So if Tracy came in there and did a like and a share or a comment on mine, everybody that's connected to Tracy is going to see that she did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if they turn around and do a comment on it, then the people connected to them are going to see it. And that's how the viral effect of social media works. So if you are a blogger and you're doing that regularly every day, the first thing you want to do is you want to hit the top 3 social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, and Google+. Okay? LinkedIn right here will actually hit 4, because when you do a post on LinkedIn, okay, it actually will go to LinkedIn and to Twitter, because you can set up your Twitter account. Okay? Now, again, there's a lot of things like Hootsuite and stuff like that out there. I'm not going to get into that because it can be very complicated for people, and I avoid complication with everything. I'm a very simple guy. I try to make things very, very simple for people. But this is how you're actually going to get your word out. Okay? Now, I'm not going to actually post this. I'm just trying to show everybody because it's an old post. So I'm not going to post that, but when I do, that's what will happen if I did that. Okay? So, anybody got any questions on that?
Yeah, I have one. Now, I have posted things like that, and I ask people to like, share, and comment, but even though I have 2,800 friends, what else can I do to, because I don't get likes, shares, and comments when I do a business post that way or a blog like that. So,
again,
am I doing something added to that?
You're doing posts, though, that aren't just business, though, right? I mean, you're doing things that, well, maybe indirectly business, right?
Right.
Okay, remember what I talked about the other day, okay? Is when you have a post, you always offer something of value. So there's tips that you do every day, okay? So when you're doing your post, okay, again, you want to make sure you have a call to action at the end. We talked about that the other day. So at the bottom of your post, you always want to have your name and a link to whatever business you want to promote, okay? Whether it's TLN or CLB or whatever it is, you make sure that you always have a call to action at the end, always. And again, there's also what you can do in the post. You can do an indirect call to action, which would be like highlighting a power word, such as advertisement, money, anything that's a power word in there, and you can, again, link that to your business, whatever that may be. Okay? But every day when you do a blog post, you copy the link. You go to the top, you click on the actual link to your post, and at the top it'll give you the link across the address bar at the top there.
Right,
you copy that link, and you put, did you get that?
Yeah, juicing it, right.
Yeah, juicing it, okay? And again, you could say, I just did this post on this here, and I'd like to get some of your feedback on that. Let me know if there was something that I missed on that. And by the way, here's a free tip of the day for you for doing that. If you know, if you say like, share, or comment, I will give you a tip on something, or whatever it is. Offer something of value, okay? I go to the point, and maybe, you know, some of you maybe are not at that point, but sometimes I'll go to a point, I'll say, you know what? I need everyone to get a hold of this. Can you please like, share, or comment on this, and I'll give you 15 minutes of my time on anything you want, and I'll tell you anything that you want. You pick my brain for 15 minutes, okay? Just for doing that, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody has something to offer. Everybody does. You know, you may not have that to offer. Tamara, you do tips of the day for CLB. You know, Tom, you could give somebody a great cabbie story from when you were driving cab in New York, right? Look, man, use everything you can in your arsenal. You have to do that. Anything. I mean, it's just like Tracy. Tracy could turn around and give, you know, some kind of 15-minute advice to somebody about what she did in the corporate world. You know, corporate advice, that kind of stuff, whatever it is she did. I'm not sure what you did, whether it was real estate or whatever it was, but, you know, you whatever it is that you have, you've got knowledge to share. You know, me, I could give them knowledge on just about anything that I've done. I was an IT guy, you know, although I really don't know the field anymore, but I've been out of it for so long. But, you know, my expertise now is teaching people online different tricks and trades. And I give people, sometimes if I really want to get something out virally, I'll say, look, you know, you got 15 minutes of my time for liking this or doing this, or, you know, call me and ask me a question about anything and we'll discuss it and I'll help you with something. Whatever it may be, everybody has value of something. Maybe you're a great cook and you want to share a recipe. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you know how to grow the biggest tomatoes in your garden and nobody else can grow them like me. Right? I don't know. Everybody has something of value. It doesn't have to be business related. So use that in your anything that you can in your arsenal to get people to like, share, and comment on whatever it is that you're posting. And you're doing blogging every day, Tamara. So there's something that you're learning from either the morning motivator calls or whatever it is in CLB. There's something that you've got a value that you can offer somebody. So you can literally drive thousands of people to that, okay? And if you need, you and I can get on a call and we'll go over that, okay?
Thank you.
Any questions? Let me just see if there's anything else in here. Okay. So, Tracy, any last words of wisdom that you'd like to share with everybody here on the panel before we close up this call?
You know, I just, you know how excited I am about this, Carl. I think I've been more excited about this than anything that we've done. Probably, I'm 8 years full-time I've been in this industry because of those points that I made earlier. For those people who, you know, people come and go, and there's a few people that have kind of, you know, come in and sat idle because they think it's just another one of those things. It'll be the biggest mistake they've ever made in their life to drop out of this right now, because they are in a position right now at the very beginning of something that is absolutely going to be a phenomenon. And, you know, we're positioned incredibly well. You know, being able to have all these incredibly great marketers at our fingertips, and Val, I mean, God, I've been so lucky, you know, talking with Val and with Blair. These guys will do anything for you. You know, I made a couple of requests talking to Blair, and I said, hey, could you do, boom, the guy had it done like in seconds. You know, these guys are so awesome that they're there to work with us. They're real people. They've got such a solid foundation that we're working from. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this ever in this industry. That's why I'm so excited about it. And I can tell you, mark my words, in the next 30, 60, 90 days, by the time we hit into September, October, these are the best networking months of the year for this industry. People are getting, right now, people are kind of got the beer brain, go sitting on patios, and they're, you know, off with families doing their vacations and all that kind of stuff. So you've really got the core of the real networkers working this right now. Because that's what we do. We're full-time networkers. You know, whether we're vacationing or not. Our laptops go with us. You know, we're always working whether we like it or not because we love what we do. I love what Dal said. We do this for a loving, and it is absolutely true. You know, I love what I do, and I've never loved it more. You know what? I'm going to be doing some more video stuff. Blair just popped me over the PowerPoint from last night as well, just to let you know. So I'm going to be, my brain works that way. As Carl, you're very creative as well. So my brain I can't help it. Things just germinate in my head, and then it has to come out. So there'll be lots more videos. There's going to be a lot more stuff. But we got a really dynamic team. We've got some incredibly great talent. And like you said, everybody has something to offer, and this is an incredibly great place to grow. You can't help it. You can't help but get better with the education you've got in that back office. You know, go and tap into it, listen to it, get your pencil out, duplicate a little bit of what's going on there, grow. You know, I'm a professional student, and I cannot. Every day I'm looking at something and reading something and listening to something and watching something. Like you said, the industry changes, the IT changes all the time because, you know, it evolves globally, it evolves. I mean, today is not the same as tomorrow will be as we look at it on a daily basis. So, you know, we've got our finger on the pulse right here of everything that's going on globally, right in our backyard, back office with the Legends Network. So I'm very excited to meet each and everybody that I've had an opportunity to meet over the years. Edmonton's only a hop skip from White Rock, so you know, we'll have an opportunity to clink a couple of glasses. We'll be doing that real soon. I know Daniel had said he was going to pop over and visit you guys, but
yeah, we had a storm coming in here.
Yeah, it was terrible. And he rode his motorcycle over the Coquihalla Highway without his jacket. Forgot his jacket at home, and it almost snowed on him. So
yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's crazy though.
He's a crazy guy. And you know what? Hey, after all these years of knowing him, Carl, he finally moved into my backyard in Coquitlam.
Yeah,
and we'd had a chance to hang out a few times, barbecued together, hung out with the kids, and just had a crazy few times together. So, you know, it's real surreal when you've worked with people for so many years. When you finally get a chance to meet eyeball to eyeball, it really is surreal. And we're all going to be doing that.
I got so close to meeting him 3 times.
What's that?
I said I came very close to meeting him 3 times. I've been in Kelowna when he was living in Lillooet, and we just couldn't connect. Like, we were going to go halfway to meet each other. We just couldn't connect. Yeah. And it was just, oh, man, that's okay.
Yeah, well,
he's him before he heads off to Mexico.
Well, yeah, you know, he'll be around. He's got some things to get done before he goes, and when he does go down there, I told him make sure you got a spare room coming down to visit. You know, but that's my intent, Carl, is the friendships that I have made through this industry, the people that I have met, the quality of people I have met are just outstanding. And that makes me a little teary when I say that, because that's my intent, is I want to make every single person eyeball to eyeball. We're going to hug, we're going to jump up and down, we're going to celebrate success, dig our toes in the sand, clink glasses, and we'll talk about where we used to be and where we're taking everybody along on this incredible journey. So maybe a little bit.
That's exactly what I want to do too. You know, I mean, you know, I'll travel Canada and into the U.S. and you know, meet everybody that's here on this panel and everything. I told Tom that, you know, Rena and I want to go and spend Christmas in New York. I want to go to Rockefeller Center and see the big tree and stuff like that. And
you're welcome, man. We're waiting for you here.
Stuff that I want to do, and that Rena and I want to do, and you know, this is going to allow us to do everything that we want to do. You know, we haven't done a lot of traveling in the last couple of years, and you know, this thing here is going to literally transform our lives. You know, I am actually moving down to Ontario. Rena and I are going to move back to Ontario.
Really?
Yeah, she's from Ontario. I'm actually from Edmonton here, but you know, my kids are all grown up, and you know, pretty much all my family's gone. Just me and my brother left, and you know, we're both fishermen in that, and we all know that the fishing is either in BC or it's down east.
It's right? Oh my God.
You know, I mean, you know, most of my kids, two of three of my kids live in Kelowna, right?
Nice.
You know, because that's where the fishing and stuff like that is. They're fishermen and stuff like that there. And I know we kind of got off topic here, but we're kind of finishing up. But you know, my wife has come down here, and she's been here since 1999, right? And you know, we've only been back a few times to see her family. My family is literally gone. Okay, I just have myself and my brother left, and I told her it's my turn to make the sacrifice now. We going that way.
Nice.
Okay? My business is on a laptop, so it doesn't matter where I live, you know. So we'll head back that way there. But trust me, you know, with the kind of income that this program is going to develop for us, there'll be a lot of vacation spots we'll be able to go to.
Absolutely. Yeah, have laptop, will travel.
3.5-hour flight, you know, from Toronto to, or 4-hour flight from Toronto to Vancouver or Kelowna or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what? Everything's just a flight away from everybody.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
This is the beautiful part about us, though. We can be mobile. So, you know, there's nothing better than, look at this. Look how I'm dressed here. You know, I'm in shorts. I mean, this is how I am. You know, I can go to work looking like
Carl, I'm not standing. Carl, I'm not going to stand up.
You know, I'm wearing shorts. I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt here, right? And it's like, this is the life. I don't have to commute. I don't have to worry about what I wear to work. I don't have to wear a suit anymore and a tie.
No.
I can't wear them anymore. The only time I will wear them again is to my daughter's wedding and my son's wedding. That's about it. I'm done with them. Ain't never happening again. Right?
Yeah.
So, and nowhere else can you dress like this. Okay?
Yeah.
And you know, it's funny when you meet me. I will probably be in shorts and sandal and a shirt.
Well, Christmas time, you better not be. I want to see, you know, heavy clothes there for you.
I will wear shorts in the winter time until it gets to about -15. Then I'll start putting pants on.
All right. We'll try to keep it warm for you when you get here.
I live at White Rock. We wear shorts all year round.
Yeah. Well, some of us are lucky and some of us aren't.
Gotta love it here.
I'm jealous of that, and it's one of the most beautiful parts of all of Canada, really.
It is. I sit here, if I could show you, I look out my window. I'm just sitting here. I look out my sliding glass doors, and I'm looking out over the bay. And I look out right across here to the United States. So, I mean, it literally is a walk away. So, it's my hometown. It's where I grew up.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
It's beautiful. 6-minute walk down the hill to the beach. But remember, it's a 10-minute walk back up.
That's okay. That 10-minute walk is well worth it every single day. Let me tell you.
It is. It's beautiful. So I'm fortunate. You know, it is a destination place, and I live in paradise.
Yeah.
But you know what? Can't wait to meet everybody, and you know, this is going to be one hell of a ride. And we also know it's going to be around for a long, long time. That's
a given. Just because of who's running this business.
Yeah.
Who's developed the product about this business and everything. Yeah. Val Smith, you know, I've known him since 2001. When he went Menders in Motion, he started that. This is a guy who was doing presentations 7 days a week, and he did it for 6 years straight, folks. And he did it we didn't have web conferences back then. It was all done on the phone. So there was no recorded phone calls. Okay? I remember being on a call when Val Smith was doing that. He was in the middle of a parking lot, and he did that. Okay? He just finished doing some shopping. He was standing in the middle of a parking lot doing the presentation.
That's crazy.
So, but this is how dedicated he is.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a lot to our advantage here. We've got webinar rooms. We've got some that are, you know, we do use the recorded ones, and again, you know what? Because we can. But they are very, very good recordings that are there. And if you notice, half the time, Val is there anyways.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you've got a recording going, he's there. Okay?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter whether it's not, he's there. Sometimes the guy needs a break. You know, maybe he's got to go to, you know, maybe he's late from Taco Bell or Dairy Queen or something, you know, or maybe he wants to take a holiday. You know, the guy's entitled to that. You know, we have everything in play to still sell this system as if he was right there.
Yeah.
And I take my hat off to that guy, because this is a guy who did not have to come out of hiatus to do this. I mean, this is a guy who hadn't done anything in really 7 years. He just sat in the background, did a couple of things, and then it was really on automation for him. And he's not an automation guy. He doesn't like that. He likes to be hands-on with everything, right?
Yeah.
And he's a guy who doesn't need the money, folks. Okay?
No.
This is a guy who is already set up his grandchildren for life. Okay? But he's doing it for you. You know? He's setting up what he calls his legacy program that can be passed down to his kids, to his grandkids, and so forth forever and ever and ever. And there are very few legacy programs that are actually out there. You know, I would maybe count them as maybe Amway or Herbalife or something like that, something that's been around for 20, 30, 40 years. Those are legacy programs that can be handed down. Anything that's been developed here in the last 5 years haven't lasted long enough to do it. And the reason they haven't lasted is because their ownership isn't dedicated enough like Val is to this.
No.
And that's why I know, and that's why I came to this, and that's why I will be here myself for the next 5, 10 years. This is my last program, folks. You know, I've been in this thing since 1978, 79. That's when I started network marketing. Okay? This is it. This is my last hurrah. And I'm doing it with the guy who actually jump-started my career.
Nice.
And I get to finish it.
Full circle.
And you know what? That's the best way for me to ever finish a program, is going out with the guy who actually jump-started my career. So that's why I'm happy to be here. That's why I won't go anywhere else. And he's created the ultimate program that we all have dreamed about. I mean, at least you and I, Tracy. I mean, you know, this is something that we've dreamed about for years.
Yeah.
You know,
you're right.
You have been in this program or in this industry for 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
You understand that. This is the dream program. Okay? This is what everybody talks about. This is what everybody's been hoping for and everybody's been praying for. The perfect affiliate built program. Okay? And this is it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I'm going to leave it at that, Tracy. It was a pleasure having you on, and I hope we'll have you on more again. And as always, Tom, Tamara, and Noella, thank you so much for coming on the panel here. I know we kind of talked your ears off and stuff, but I'm back here Friday, okay? So, again, thanks again, everybody, for coming on, and we'll see you here at 5 p.m. Eastern on Friday. Take care. Have a great afternoon.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.